Welcome to the It's Always Saturday podcast, because when you're with the boys, it's always Saturday.
I like that day. It's a good day.
It's a fantastic
Have
day.
the man himself, the big man on campus, is here. He's so big, he made the servers crash.
That's true. That's true. We're a little late today.
I'm very honored to be here. This is really cool. I feel honored.
As you frankly should. This is not everybody gets to be here.
Yeah,
Very
like-
obviously, it's a small room. So, Ian, if you'd like to start off with
Yes.
your continuing segment.
So, last week on the podcast, we talked about yogurt and how I tried raspberry yogurt for the first time in a while, and it was some good shit.
Mm-hmm.
I was loving it. I ate some more raspberry yogurt later. And then I talked about how I was going to try the strawberry vanilla yogurt.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there's some bit of false advertising. It was actually just strawberry yogurt. They had
Okay.
like 2 strawberries and then this little vanilla like thing, you know, like what the vanilla plant looks like. That was
Yeah.
on there, but it wasn't strawberry vanilla. It was just strawberry.
Okay, so you know what we're gonna do to that? To that, we are going to go into the what brand was it?
Yogurt.
Okay, so we're gonna go into the yogurt shop. We're gonna bust some heads.
We're gonna bust some heads.
Like
I think
We
need
do
to-
not tolerate false advertising.
We gotta contact the CEO of Vanilla. He's being misrepresented. This is frankly problematic. So, with that yogurt, what'd you think of it with the new yogurt?
I thought it was good.
Is it what you had hoped for?
It is not what I had hoped for.
What were you more expecting from this
I
yogurt?
was more expecting a more vanilla taste.
as you should have.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and so,
Also,
are we live?
we are live. We have 5 viewers.
Okay, it's just not counting on the thing on my laptop.
Nah,
I
it
don't
took
know
a
why.
second. We got bamboozling.
Hell yeah.
Bamboozle.
Also, shout out Cole Porter, the one you think, who had just followed.
Nice.
Cole Porter.
Hell yeah.
Gotta love him,
Yo,
gotta love
Cole
him.
Porter. What's up, bro?
Only,
What a
true
guy.
gamer, true gamer.
What a guy.
Anyways, yeah, it was just, it was a bit disappointing. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I think my favorite kind of yogurt is coconut yogurt,
Mhm.
then vanilla, then I would say raspberry,
Mhm.
and then then that
That
falsely
that.
advertised.
I'm gonna be honest.
Mhm.
I'm a big key lime guy. Like
I
key lime yogurt.
I had said this last week that I'm
It
a
is-
fan of key lime.
Really?
It is good.
It is good.
Like Oikos key lime.
Mhm.
Oh,
That-
really
that-
good.
That's
the
what I
brand.
got. That's what I
the
got.
brand that I was talking
Okay,
about.
yeah.
Oikos coconut yogurt.
Mhm.
That one's my favorite.
That OG Greek shit. That's what we got.
yeah, but
Kind of thick.
I think
It's dummy thick.
It's
Bro.
it's a thick yogurt.
There's a lot of C's in
I
that
think-
yogurt.
I've always thought like the taste of key lime isn't bad. It's
Mhm.
just the aftertaste. It makes my mouth feel weird. It's just
I think it's because you handle spice so poorly that
Yeah.
even citrus is too
It's
much
just
for
too
you.
much.
Ian has never had salt in his life.
It's too spicy. He can't handle the
Actually,
salt.
Bruh.
I started salting. Shout out Caleb and Kinley. I
Mhm.
went and had breakfast at their house one time,
Mhm.
and I saw Caleb. He was like salting
Mhm.
his over easy eggs, and I was like, "What is this?"
Ooh.
And I've started doing it. It's good. It's very good.
But your mouth hurts after because of the spice.
Yes, it's a trade off.
Well, it's
Yeah.
because all Ian knows is eat hot chip and lie.
Eat
So,
hot chip.
if he can't get access to hot chip, he has to find the next spiciest thing, and for him, that's
But-
salt.
But what about the bisexual part of that?
Yeah.
And, well, that's proven.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
yes.
He is more on the gay side, but he tries his best to at least
I do
pretend.
try. It's pretend.
Yeah, that's...
Janer says, "What is the key in key lime? The key is believing in yourself
Yeah.
and finding the perseverance to get through the line."
While I respect that line of thinking,
Mhm.
I think that the key in key lime
Mhm.
is like those sour gummy keys. Like, you know what I
Oh!
mean? Yeah.
Oh,
That's a
Yeah.
big
That
brain.
hit hard.
That's
That
a
hit
big
hard.
brain. Holy
Yeah.
fuck.
Maybe that's why, like, it tastes weird after, because, like,
Mhm.
the keys are sour. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
not necessarily coppery like a real key, but,
That's true. That's true.
Because
Our-
I've eaten so many real keys.
we are all familiar with the taste of real key.
Yeah, obviously. But, like, I feel like that just
Mhm.
could be what it is. Like, the key...
That tracks.
Those-
I feel like you got it.
Yeah.
Maybe I think all limes are made out of some kind of sour candy.
I feel like limes are just like okay, you know stuff like bologna and
Bologna?
they're like processed meat.
Mhm.
What if bologna is like a real thing, but limes are processed and like fruits and
The
stuff?
corporations are
Oh,
alive,
bro. Oh,
I
dang,
know.
bro.
Oof. That's what Amazon's really doing with all their money. they're hiding the bologna animal.
Jeff Bezos is just limes in a suit.
He has a bologna tree in his backyard, and he's like, I will tell no one. So, Ian, I saw you were checking for another topic. What you got in mind?
So I think Greg, let me see. Greg Robinson,
Oh, not
offensive
Greg
tackle,
Oh.
offensive tackle for the Cleveland Browns, was found with a 157 pounds of marijuana on him at the airport.
That's nuts.
I know.
I don't-
That's enough to get you blazed for days.
At least 20 minutes.
At least 20 minutes.
Bro,
I'm going to say he's still the inferior Gregory compared to Greg Heffley. And you can't...
Greg Heffley's a bitch.
Oh, fuck!
Bro, yo.
Okay.
And also, Adam Driver / Kylo Ren is Roderick after he left the movies.
Shit.
Are you being for real?
No,
Oh.
but...
I was like, I've never actually
if
seen
you look
those
at
movies.
the timeline, Roderick no longer... The real Roderick, gone. He found out he was adopted. Real father, Han Solo. Goes to join the Sith out of the lie because he was adopted. It tracks. It's a better plot line than the three.
Oh my gosh.
Damn.
Think about it. But why is Greg Heffley such a bitch?
Okay. I'm sorry, but this is gonna get ranty. I have strong opinions about Greg Heffley.
I will.
These are
we are here. We
These
are
are
here.
pre-existing opinions. This is not something that I just thought of on the spot. These are actual things I have thought.
He was born with this.
He's a bitch. Okay.
He-
Do
he's
you
a
remember? Do you remember like in the first movie when he goes and he takes over Rowley's shift walking the kids and he
Yeah.
throws them in a fucking pit and
Yes.
then like this old woman comes out and she's like, Rowley, what are you doing? And he's like, I'm Rowley, I'm sorry. I hate him. He like he just pulls shit like that. He's a bad person.
He is.
needs to be lynched. Like
We are now pursuing mob justice as opposed to Greg Heffley.
I hate him. Like okay, I'm sorry, I got that off my chest. We can continue,
No,
but like
that is a good point.
Yeah.
He's an objectively terrible person.
I hate
Many
him.
children were in a pit in the rain.
In a pit.
If he didn't find a way to get them out, they may have drowned.
Oh, yeah, no, and he didn't just throw them in the pit just
Hmm.
because he got himself into his own predicament.
Oh, wasn't it like there was somebody that he was trying to get away from? or
Okay,
something?
yeah, there was these guys on Halloween,
Mm-hmm.
and he was just like, they were doing like teenager things, and
Which is pretty cool.
yeah.
Gay sex in the bushes.
yeah, and then they,
That's your teenager
Yeah.
thingy.
they threw water on him, and so he was like, I'm calling the cops, and it's like, dude, you're just wet, like stop.
Being wet is not a crime.
And then they heard that, and they pulled around as you would, like, what do you mean you're gonna call the cops?
Like, there wasn't a crime,
Yeah,
sir.
and then he ran up to his grandma's house, and they were home alone. And so then they saw them later, and they were still going after them because Greg accidentally scratched their truck with a weed whacker. I'm sorry, I know a lot of drivers.
I know. As you're saying this, all of it is appearing in my mind.
Yeah,
it
but,
is
um,
fair.
And so yeah, they were coming down the road, and
Mm-hmm.
Greg was like such a little bitch that he didn't want to like deal with his problems. So he throws kids into a pit because he goes, aliens are coming. And so then like.
Oh, I remember that. He's
And
like,
so-
guys, the aliens are coming. That's when the kids are like, oh shit, okay, we'll get in this pit.
I remember that because after he ran away, the woman like stomps up to the pit and she just like leers at the kids, and she's got like that green stuff on her
Oh,
face,
yeah, like a face mask.
yeah, like that old lady's doing. And one of the kids looks up at her and he's like, "Are you an alien?" Like,
Well, for one, can we just acknowledge the sheer genius of the comedic writing of the first Diary of a Wimpy Kid film?
I
and
haven't
like,
actually seen the film. I've only read the book.
like Greg Heffley.
You're one of those fucking book snobs
Yeah.
for Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Fucking, you may bro, movies trash.
It's trash.
Nothing.
It's trash.
Nothing compared to literature.
If you read the literary masterpiece that is the first Diary of a Wimpy Kid book, God, I nutted.
A dun came in my trousers.
I still cannot unstick that book. It is glued to my ceiling.
But now the whole thing about that, like, even though I shocked myself with how much I knew about that book, Greg Heffley's just a bitch, and he exhibits bitch behaviors.
It's true.
Yo, this might be a segue to. I think this might be kind of a regular segment, but Greg Heffley's a simp.
That is true. I was
Yo,
going to
Greg
say.
Heffley a simp.
That's
though.
true. I do remember there was like that one chick that was like kind of nice to him, and he was just a dickhead. And then he's like, "Girls don't love me, and it's their fault."
And then, whoa, maybe he's an incel then, because I think he does have some disdain towards women, because when he got his ass thrown all around the wrestling mat by that chick,
Right.
Patty Farrell.
Bro, fucking Patty. That
Patty.
incel
Like,
is
nice.
Greg Heffley is a simp incel. He's both. He's the worst of both.
He's a simcel.
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 We have evolved.
Fuck.
I think we just found the name for our next track. So that's
Cole-
again.
Cole Porter says Jane is gay. Jana Porter says Cole is gay. Cole Porter says not true. Shut up.
What's going
Jana
down?
Porter says no you.
Fuck, there's a battle that occurred, and we just got a salute.
And now someone said simpcel in like...
Simpcel.
Oh, that's
Hey.
the bamboos though. That's Caleb.
Simpcel.
Okay. But like,
Glorious.
yo, Cole comes in here and he just brings his pre-existing beefs. Like, I enjoy beef. It's a juicy meat.
We're all
If
about
I
positivity on this.
But
podcast.
I think the real issue lies in the fact that Jane is gay, but it's just avid denial.
and she needs to shut up. Like,
She also, talks too much.
Like-
Frankly, mouth removed.
like I'm just gonna pull a magic trick and I'll just go whoosh and like the hole's just gone. Like, that's it. Like,
That'd be the ideal, frankly, for Jane specifically.
I love how you said we're all about positivity on this show. After I just slandered Greg Heffley.
We are about yogurt positivity and yogurt only.
Yes.
Greg Heffley,
Yes.
fuck him.
Fuck-
Jane
fuck 'em,
Porter,
fuck 'em,
fuck her
fuck 'em.
specifically.
Yeah.
Everybody
yeah,
else, they're okay unless they're yogurt. Then they're definitely good.
Yeah.
Janer feels discriminated.
Hating on women.
No,
That's
not-
kind of what we do here.
No, Ian does that.
hey, it is not just me,
It's
okay?
because, well, you only need men. So,
Spencer disrespects women just as much as me.
the cops are after me already, homie. I already owe them money. You can't go after this.
Wait. You can disrespect women in this age because in this age, if you respect women, you're simp.
Exactly.
Simp.
Exactly. There's no winning no matter what. Because if you do respect women, you're a simp. Or you're gay. Only options.
Exactly.
Definitely.
Yeah.
If you don't, it's because you believe in equality. And you hate everyone, probably.
That's also kind of a simpish thing to believe in equality. Like,
That's well, I think we gotta no doubt.
Bold
no doubt.
stance.
Bold stance, respected, so bold, so brave, so true.
Yeah.
Never.
Never have I heard something so controversial that I agree with so much.
yes.
So unless you got a topic, I'd like to
go for it.
take this in a very different direction.
Okay.
You both are religious lads,
I am a religious
to my
lad.
understanding.
Yes.
I am not, so
Praise Jesus.
for sure.
I smacked myself in the face.
I heard some clapping, and I was hoping it was cheeks, but I'll take what I can get.
I mean, it was cheeks.
It was.
Oh.
Oh, my goodness.
Wasn't
So-
the thick ones though.
Well, that's true.
I mean, mine are still kind of thick.
Oh yeah,
though, like-
you got that. You thicky up top and down below.
That's the main reason Ian talks to anybody is just the sheer measurement of cheekness.
Exactly.
If you can feel bone, no.
It's a problem. It's
Like,
you're too
It
skinny.
really is.
If you can find your bones, it needs to be a mystery. So what I was gonna go into was I'm not religious, so I don't fully understand the doctrine. I've read some stuff, but like, what is God?
Damn.
Sir. He's the creator.
That's
But
true.
like, so is he outside of it? Does he exist within it? Did he make Earth? Did he make
Yeah.
everything?
Yes, he made everything. That is
Mhm.
what it says in the sacred text.
AKA my DMs.
And so it's kind of like he made often like the saying, especially like the 7 days of creation, was like he
Mhm.
made it and he saw that it was good.
Mhm.
So he's just like making shit. And it's
I-
like
See, I would like
Cooking
to
up dope in the crack pot.
My issue falls with the possibility of a mistranslation of the word good and gay.
Oh
Because
no!
what if?
Oh no!
What if? Hear me out. Hear me out. What if he were just like this? This got big homo. I have made the biggest homo, and then he abandoned it. What if that was created and then abandoned because it had the big homo?
So you're saying the Big Bang was gay?
Yes. Well, that's
Because it was a bang and it was men.
It was two dudes. The Big Bang was two dudes.
Fuck.
Bro.
And that's how it came to be.
We're discussing the questions that need to be discussed, and frankly, I'm
exactly.
disappointed that they're not being discussed in the mainstream media.
They should be, frankly.
Yeah.
Well, it's because they were for a while, and then people, when they did, they would be excommunicated from the church, and sometimes just full on executed. So that's why you gotta be careful about that.
Execute heretics.
Speaking of myself, but also there was a guy. He's pretty neat. He's pretty smart. A little while ago, probably 1700s, a dude named Spinoza. Cool name. You would like him.
Flame's name.
He was offered a position as a professor at a university in like 1700s. He turned it down because he think they'd make him like force him to do shit. So he said "fuck you," and he made glasses instead.
That's
but then
tight.
also did philosophy. But
With no paraphrasing, that's what he did.
exactly, no paraphrasing. That's straight up all he did. And his idea for what God is that the universe as a being is just God, not like that. There's like the spirit of God in things. Just that genuinely, the universe as itself is God as its body. In the same way that like my skin cell to me is like you to God.
I see. That's reasonable. I like.
Well, you just
the-
got excommunicated from your local
Yeah,
synagogue,
my
sir.
bad. No, what the belief, at least I know from.
So
like,
you're saying that there's potential we're in God's balls?
fuck.
Shit.
Shit.
Damn.
Wait, are
bro.
we in the piss ball or the cum ball?
Oh shit!
Now these are real questions.
I think the idea that was taught, at least from my religious background, is that like God is everywhere and he sees everything. He's like all powerful, all knowing, and he's like at
like the forehead has been fully revealed
exactly.
to ensure
It's
full
big
power
brain.
of opinion.
Like he's tuned in right now. Like he
Yeah,
knows.
he's like simultaneously watching us and with us. You know what I'm saying?
But he's also watching like everybody else too.
So, well, if he's within but also without, wouldn't that then more so prove that everything is just him?
Yeah, that's why I was saying, like, I think that's a reasonable proposition.
All right. So then, so then, if we are all part of a different being, do we have freedom?
I mean, I believe in freedom. America.
But
Well,
how can you
in-
be free in the sense of if you are part of something that isn't you, then you aren't yourself, and then you can't be free as you are not you.
In the
Jeez.
Bible.
Sorry, Bobby. That's what
In,
we like to have fun around here.
in the Bible, it talks about how
I mean, I got the Bible right here. If
the
you wanna,
brick, but
you
the
wanna-
sacred text.
You want to find?
It
This
would
is the
be-
real sacred text. It's called the Brick Bible. Don't you what? This, Bobby? I bought this at an airport in Florida when I was 12.
Of
And
course you bought it in Florida. Is that a Lego Bible?
it is. It is a graphic novel of the Old Testament, all made with stock. If y'all want to get a peek, that's what one of the pages look. It's a little dark, but yeah.
It's,
this includes a story
it's
that
iconic.
explains why circumcision is a thing,
Yeah.
with graphic depiction of circumcision.
I have wanted nothing more than to know how why circumcision is a thing, but with my Legos.
Nah, Lego. It was also fucked because you know, like that little the single stud thing that you'd like get as points in Lego games.
Oh yeah,
That
bro.
was the foreskin.
Oh.
They just the little stud with like a little red stud next to it.
Bro, I've smacked so many Lego foreskins out of people.
Oh fuck! Yo, that's what happens in the game. You punch them till their foreskins fall off. Oh,
I've squared it with so many people, and then I just hit him with like, I don't know if you want to say like a Deontay Wilder like knockout or like Tyson Fury just like da 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 jabs.
Yeah.
But I've smacked people a few times, and it's been like, and it comes out of their like face. It's a weird experience. Like
Bobby can punch you so hard that you lose your foreskin, not from your dick, from your face.
It's just all of the skin, actually.
Yeah.
That's glorious.
Someone made the grave mistake of letting absolutely smashed Ian get a hold of a brick Bible while everyone was in a circle.
No, it was not a mistake. That was planned.
That was
I
planned.
saw you slap your ass, and I saw an opportunity,
was
and I went and got it.
that was the goal for the entire night.
It was.
This was planned for weeks in advance.
Genuinely, because I was also pretty sauced, and because we had our friends from Edmonton's Christian University, King's University, they were coming by. And I was like, they're all kind of in a circle. They're Christian. I know a Christian's doing circles, and I went and got the book. And it was almost effective, except they all still felt wildly uncomfortable. But I was both drunk and amused.
Yeah.
I call that a win-win, because I won twice.
I just remember like reading a couple pages and then going around the circle and be like, how does that make you feel?
Do you want to pick a passage and see how it makes us feel?
How does it make us feel? Let's see.
Yeah. You know, how about Bobby? You got anything you want to talk about?
I mean, this is kind of funny right now. I want to see where this is going. In a little bit, I'll figure something out. But this, I need to see this. Is that a Lego dude with his head?
Yeah, there's full on. This book is graphic.
Okay.
Yeah, decapitation.
They killed Hamer and his son Shimmish, and they took Dinah out of Shimmish's house and went away.
I mean, you deserve it if that's your name.
Jacob's son came upon the slain, and they plundered the city. They took all their wives and children captive, and took as they plundered everything in their houses.
Praise him.
Amen.
How does that make you feel? How
I feel like it's a pretty good tutorial on raiding a village.
Yeah.
I think the key is really just find a leader.
Shock and awe.
Yeah. Frankly, it reminds me of the Russian Revolution when they killed the Tsar.
Mm-hmm.
I have a feeling as if there's a sunset coming up over my balls right now. Like
Is that code for you gotta take a shit? Or?
No, everything. No, like literally, like I'm there, and all of a sudden it's just like.
It's like the Halo theme playing in the back.
Yeah, like everything is right in the world. This is exactly what I've always envisioned I wanted with my Legos.
That's what's right in the world.
That's what's right in the world.
The real son over the balls feeling comes
and
comes from the Legos.
and seeing like a bunch of Legos with their heads cut off.
Mm-hmm. Well, because we all did it, but we never took the time to find like little red bricks and spew it out.
Yeah.
Like the fine creators of the Brick Bible did. And you know what? Bless them for it.
I mean, it's a Bible. You gotta do it.
You gotta do it to
Yeah.
them. It's just how it be.
Jane still feels discriminated. That really sucks.
Yeah, what do you do?
Janer just said violence against women in chat. I think this is her fully coming out as pro-violence against women.
Hey, Yebeeb is back.
Yebeeb?
Hell yeah.
Yebeeb, yeehaw. Texas Bullet. Back at it again. We got a pog in chat from Bamboozler.
Bamboozler says yes in all caps, and then the sacred texts.
It's glorious. Well, Bobby, did you want to say the thing that you had mentioned before that you're interested in talking about?
I was thinking. I don't know if you guys have discussed this before, but I would just like to know everybody's opinion on...
Greg Heffley.
Don't get me started. But no, I would like to know if you guys feel whether water is wet or dry.
Water is not wet.
Fuck you. Sorry.
Alright. Well, let's look at what dryness and wetness is alone without considering it as water.
If something is dry, it does not have water on it. If something is wet, it does have water on it.
Well, but the thing is, if my skin gets dry sometimes, the water is within me. Like, my skin has water in it that's just part of my chemical makeup. So if it starts to lose the water in it, it becomes dry. If there is a glass with water in it, it'll evaporate, and once the water has left it, it has become dry.
Mm-hmm.
So there was water within it, and then it was gone, then it was dry.
Yeah.
So you could then... No, you said on it.
Oh,
I'm saying that
like as well, in as well. But
so then water is within itself.
No, it's not.
No. Well, are you in yourself, or are you somewhere else and yourself is here?
I mean Caleb's ass, okay?
Give this man a Nobel Peace Prize. He cracked the code.
Okay, no. If something has water on it or in it, that makes it wet, but water itself is not wet.
Okay, so this is my opinion. You just said if something has water on or in it, that makes it wet. So let's say there's a bowl here filled with water. Like,
We got cups of Wawa.
okay, we got cups of
Wawa? What the fuck was that?
I think he means piss. But, like,
My bad, I forgot.
But no, like there's some water in this. So there's a little bit of water up around the top too. So this part from the glass down here is fully wet. Yes. So water is not wet. So how can something that is not wet make something wet? If something is
because water.
Because being wet is having water on you. It's not separated. It's like water makes things wet.
Oh, sorry, I just thought back to Wawa.
You see, I'm hilarious, Ian. That's why I say that. Yeah, well, because I still think part of the aspect of something being wet is that, if you were to look at, like, a paper towel...
Like, which way do you go? Because, like, we got a tie right now.
No, I'm saying you're wrong.
Oh, you're saying, the fuck?
I-
The fuck? The fuck?
That's the whole premise for this podcast. We disagree on a lot of shit. Because if a paper towel is wet, the water is then in that paper towel. I'm still going off the idea of the water being in something. And if there's all this water here, but there's also water in that water, because if I were to take off the top of that water, the top water's gone, and clearly there's water under it, so there has to at least be water in it. So by a particle of water being next to another particle of water, they are making themselves wet as they're touching each other. So then as there's stuff within itself touching itself, it makes itself wet by being within itself.
That was really, really long. I think...
I know, you probably checked out.
I think
I will hit you to make you right.
Exactly. I'll take Spencer first and then Bobby, and after I beat up both of you, that's how we will decide.
I think, if you
bruh.
look... Okay, well, let's think about this. If there are two people that are on the same side of something, their arguments combine to make it a more powerful argument.
Oh, I'll take y'all both at once.
That's what I'm saying.
Let's get it.
Alright, so here's the game. Alright, let's discuss... That's a new topic.
I'll go for his knees.
I think you should go for the higher. And then I think we found a way to get on either side of him. I go for down low, you go for up high.
Yeah.
Because I know Ian probably has bad ankles.
I don't.
Probably. I'm going to make him bad. I've been slowly giving him growth-diminishing hormones in his ankles and calves. That's why his calves are so small. For the one day I need to target them and strike.
Hey, just because they're small don't mean they ain't strong.
That's Ian's entire motto to justify his height.
Fuck. Hey.
You going for another topic?
Any 5'9s in chat?
Nah, they wouldn't be able to reach the keyboard.
I got some more.
Sick.
Did you guys watch that Aaron Hernandez documentary?
I've watched a couple episodes. I haven't seen the whole thing. I've seen a couple episodes.
I have seen none. Explain to me what it is and what it's about.
So Aaron Hernandez.
Holy shit.
Is he the one that made the big homo?
Was a tight end for the New England Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
And his end was tight.
Yeah, he's actually...
I'm so glad that's the main thing we have about him so far. Is there anything else relevant about this man? Other than he's got a tight ass.
So, he basically was convicted of murdering someone and then acquitted of murdering two other people, but it was like, he was acquitted, but it was like...
He did
He did it, or the guy who was, like, sitting next to him did it.
Yeah.
So, anyways, then after he got acquitted of the one, he put in for a what's it called?
Acquittal?
No, not an acquittal. Like a what is it called? Like when you get convicted, but then you put in to have it like
an
reviewed?
appeal?
Yes, he put in an appeal, and then he killed himself because in Massachusetts, if you have a pending case against you and you die, you're immediately innocent.
Oh. I feel like that doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't. And since
like...
this has happened, they changed the law. But at the time,
I didn't.
What a fucking idiot! Sorry, but like, let's look at this. He's like, "Fuck, I'm gonna go to jail." But if I die,
well, he was already in jail, and he did it. He did it because previously, before he did this, well, actually, so he killed 2 people, then went on to play an entire season in the National Football League. No one has ever done that before. Like, scored a touchdown that we know of. True. Scored a touchdown in the Super Bowl, was like one of the best players in the league, phenomenal tight end. Then the Patriots gave him, I think it was a 5-year, $40 million
It was a
contract.
huge contract.
Yeah, like $40 million over 3 or 5 years, I think. And then he went and killed the other person, and it was like, it was like where the body was, it's like, okay, the only person around here that even knows this person is Aaron Hernandez. And they found bullet casings in his car. Like, it's like
I maintain this man's dumb.
Like, it was the sloppiest, like, sloppy, but no, like,
What does that mean? Why did you just say sloppy? Like sloppy toppy?
Yeah. Like,
I gotcha. We're talking about a dead person, and it's like, sloppy.
Sorry, I just saw
Let's
this.
go for that sloppy.
You saw the opportunity.
No,
and you took it.
I saw a meme, and it was like a White Castle board, and it said White Castle, and like, you know how like on like advertisement boards where there's like words underneath it, like it just said White Castle, and it said 99-cent sloppy, and so like I just thought about that, and so I was into it. But anyway, like, it was like the worst murder ever. Like, there was security footage of him like driving out there, like pretty much. And
What a
like,
guy.
like he was texting the dude, and while like he pulled
He's
up,
like, bro, I'm about to murder somebody.
like he pulled up and he picked up the dude, and then he just drove him out to somewhere, like shot him, and like literally every single amount of evidence points to him doing it. It was the worst thing.
And he's like, but homie, I'm football star Aaron Hernandez. I couldn't do it. Football.
And you know
That's
what's
why
so
OJ
fucking
Simpson.
funny? Okay, I saw Kano Samarel. He has a bit about this where he's like, so the judge ruled that no NFL gear would be allowed in the courtroom. And the Samarel has a bit where he's like, that's such a Boston rule. You just got a guy in the back in a Brady jersey. Let's go Hernandez!
Oh my gosh.
He is found guilty of murder in the first degree. Throw a challenge flag!
Like, I get that we got a red flag on the play, but I think we can get past it.
Okay, I don't know. Have you seen like the whole documentary so far? Okay, I don't know if I'm this far yet and it's explained, but one thing that's weird to me is like, why did they just talk about how he was gay? Like, it was so random.
Because like the documentary at the end, he
pulled a Kevin Spacey, and they're like, I get he committed several crimes,
but he molested those children, but big gay?
Yeah, well, so the Kevin Spacey thing was kind of weird, because, like, he laid in bed with a kid, like, it was like a 15-year-old that was, like, invited to a party that the kid didn't have to go. It was like a thing, and he just lay in the bed, drunk, and then left. And he's like,
friggin' guy.
And again, still not cool. Not good.
Not cool.
I lay drunk in bed with you all the time.
You do. It's very regular.
Yo,
I
you
probably
could get
was
some.
Not that I ever drank while under
Yo,
the
you could get a few dimes, bro. You got that.
Milk Ian's obviously very wealthy family for a few pennies.
But no,
I'd sue you. You have cash.
What was I saying?
Don't change the subject. You're gonna get it. You're
what was I was talking before is because he was 27 at the time and the family had his brain donated for research, and he had one of the most advanced cases of CTE that they'd ever seen in a 27-year-old.
I thought you were gonna say
it's because they don't have
of gay.
I actually was too. I was like, it was so prominent. They found the gay gene. He was that gay.
And it was kind of like at the end of it, they were kind of like, well, he was closeted homo and CTE. This is why he did these things. But it's also like
he's just mad about being gay.
I think, frankly, this means we need to really worry about Nate Diaz because that man.
Bro, if he starts sucking dick, it's over.
I know, bro. It's over. The second Nate Diaz comes out the closet, there's gonna be some skeletons falling out with him.
It's
That's
like
all I'm gonna say.
McGregor trilogy. Nate Diaz just whips out a gun.
The fuck is this? The gun channel? What the fuck? But like in court.
Bro, why are you talking about guns?
It's like, Nate, you shot someone. This ain't the gun channel. What the fuck?
Anyways, it's like such bullshit because lots of people are gay and lots of people have, well, not lots of people, a fair amount of people have CTE and they don't go around committing murders. And I'm sure that those played a factor because, like,
Especially
CTE affects your decision making and, like, kind of was like he was a closeted homosexual in an incredibly heterosexual environment, and he didn't feel like he could come out. And they were kind of like, so this is why he did these things, but also like, no.
Okay,
Yeah. Like, you go ahead, you go ahead.
Okay, because to me, it just looked, they were talking like all the evidence that was against him. They were like, he went and killed these two people, and then he went and played an entire NFL season. And then his high school friend was like, yeah, we fucked one time.
Bobby's right though. I forgot about how random that was. It was like they were talking about like the murders and shit like that. It's like you killed this guy, and bro, I sucked his dick so good.
he went into detail.
Clearly not good enough.
Not good enough.
He goes, yeah, my dad was a cop, and when he left, Aaron came over, and we smoked weed, and then he put it in my ass.
Well, if that's a problem, then Ian, we need to really
what?
things.
It's like the whole thing is like extremely tragic. Like the lives that were negatively affected by him. Like a ton. Like as a football fan, a ton of wasted talent in Aaron Hernandez because he was a phenomenal football player, and just overall like a horrible situation. But also.
Fuck him.
Terrible person.
That kind of reminds me, because I remember when we were first doing the podcast, we were talking about the Ted Bundy tapes.
Yeah.
And when Ted Bundy went on trial. Have you seen the Ted Bundy tapes?
No.
Alright, so he goes on trial, and the judge that, the judge is like, you are guilty of several murders. But he's like, you know what? You would have had a lot of potential as a lawyer had you seen it through. So sorry that this is what happened.
You got a nice face, kid.
Yeah, no. But genuinely, and it's like,
for real.
Yeah, well, because he wasn't an ugly dude.
Yeah, no, I said that because like all the girls are like, he's hot.
He's sexy. But also he murdered several women, so I don't think that's the thing to say right now.
I guess I probably said this last time, but I think the idea was like kind of just like how saddened the judge was by it. I'm not sure it was like you're like cool. I think
you kind of cool.
You kind of cool though. I think
different
it was more
circumstance.
Like,
you're gonna smoke some weed.
Yeah. Well, I think it was more of like this is horrible. You're getting what you deserve, and I'm like I think it was kind of like a dad guilt trip in a way. Like you could have been so much, and then you were a shithead.
But the thing
that does make some sense.
It does, but also looking at it with the lens that this man is a diagnosed psychopath, he hears you are or could be great. You just happen to not be at this moment.
That's true. That's a good point.
That's why I was opposed to it.
Yeah, I'm not a diagnosed psychopath, and if you compliment me, I will... Hey, not diagnosed. I didn't say I wasn't. I just haven't been
diagnosed. That's why I said. I was like, there's a pretty big caveat. I'm not diagnosed.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, me personally, I don't know if it's just me, but, like, verbal, like, reassurance, verbal compliments, they get me a long way, bro. If you compliment me, like,
I'll suck your dick.
Like, I don't care who you are. Granddad, thank you for the compliment. You know what you get now. I think that's another thing we could discuss. I think that is a prominent thing in men currently, that they get shit on quite a bit. So if somebody gives them something positive, like, hey, you look good today, they're like, what? A male doing something good and I am one of those? Sheet. Because I feel like, definitely in school, it's like a kid runs around, they're probably a dude, and they're just like, fucking stop, Timmy. And Timmy goes, but I like running. And they go, well, shut the fuck up and sit down. And then the kid's like, oh, I'm dumb and ugly.
I was a fast runner.
Exactly. Did they tell you to slow down?
They did. Well, sometimes.
They're like, Ian, you are just too fast.
Just too fast.
Kicking up dust all over the place.
They try to hold you back, and your feet bury an entire trench into the ground.
Have you ever done that?
The beep test?
Well, I was a champ at the beep test.
I was actually... Okay, sorry.
No, it's okay. No, we go... Let's do beep test.
Yeah, beep test.
Like, I was actually also a champion at the beep test. Not in maintaining speed with the beeps. Like 5 beeps would go by and I'd get to the other side of the gym. But for some reason, I thought I was hot shit because I would just not stop running. I don't know why.
I don't give a fuck. They're like, Bobby, you didn't make the beep. And you're like, buddy, fuck off.
One time, I ran the entire beep test. There was like 10 beeps going in time. Like each time it took me to get across the gym. Kids had like balls out and were just playing and shit. And then and then it was like level 21. And then it was like, the beep test has completed. And I stood there and I was like,
I fucking won.
And I looked up and I half expected confetti to come down from the ceiling. And everyone was just looking around at me like, you dumb shit. What are you doing?
Like, but you know, you missed the beat. You stop. I was like, I think you all quit,
Yeah.
Like,
and
what-
I made it.
I was dumb. Like one time I was I was running. Everyone else had literally left the gym to go get changed, and I was still running for no reason, just because I was like, I can do it. I can do it.
Did anybody like talk to you about it? Like, did anybody say
No, because
hey,
everybody
Bobby,
everybody was like, good job, you're
Hey.
so perseverant. Like no one wanted to tell me to stop. Like one time I was running, it was like level 13, and my teacher was like, I stopped marking you down like 5 levels ago, and I just like, damn,
Yeah.
Yes.
What's the highest you've ever made it on the beep test?
Honestly,
Your asthmatic ass.
I am asthmatic. I find it hilarious that you remember because I don't fucking know.
Hey, I don't actually remember the specifics. But like, do you have like a ballpark?
I would better than half of the people that were there. I don't know. I've genuinely no memory. I think I've made it past 8. I think.
Okay, that's pretty good. Bobby.
Yeah, I literally made it to the end.
21.
Well, no, like
He finished it.
Wait, oh no, like actually, like maintaining with the beep.
Yeah,
like
maintaining with the beeps. Otherwise, you.
like level 2.
And that's just how it be.
That's really do be how it be.
Yeah.
What about you, Ian?
I made it.
You fucking.
Come on.
Yo,
I
I
made
don't
it,
know if
like-
y'all could probably see how much his face lit up when I finally said, Ian, how far did you go?
Like I would have. I don't remember the specs, but I was like deep into the 14s, if not the 15s.
Damn.
That was like at my peak of long distance. That's when I was like training long distance.
Well, because you
running,
did track before you did.
Yeah,
like-
I did long distance running for like 7 years. And then I became a thick boy because long distance runners are bitches unless they're hot.
That really is the Ian mentality. Is everybody's a bitch and dumb unless they're me doing it because I'm doing it better than anyone else.
Exactly.
You want to know a prospect I have?
A prospect?
This is unrelated to anything we're talking about. You know how like my fingers fucked so I can't play the guitar?
No, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah. So fun fact for the audience. My like joint here is like fucked. So if I press down on the fret of a guitar, it bends up like that.
Ugh,
Yeah.
that's a yuck.
So
I can do that with like, well, not that extreme, but
For those of you who can't see, Spencer's like pushing up on his finger the way that it's not supposed to go, and
Yeah.
it's going.
It's going.
It's going.
Yeah, no, like I'd say that's like a solid 120 degrees the
That's
other way.
nasty.
So that means on a fretboard, I can't like if any chord has more than like 3 strings involved, Ian just motorboated some invisible titties, and it's a little wild.
You know, like when the shivers go through your body? Yeah, that's what
You need a
happened.
blanket, homie? I got blanket.
just straight up start thrashing in the sea.
Ian just
Just start
violently-
throwing elbows.
You know, Ian just getting the piss shivers. There's a massive puddle. But yeah, so I was like, fuck it. I'm going to sell my guitars and I'm going to learn to play the violin over the summer. So
Hey.
did you know that the fiddle and the violin are the same thing?
Yeah, the fiddle is just the violin, but without the...
No, a fiddle is any string instrument you play with a bow. So a cello is technically also a fiddle.
Hillbilly shit.
It's that hardcore hillbilly shit.
Bro, I'm gonna play a banjo with a bow.
Now it's a fiddle.
It's a fiddle.
It's a fiddle. You know those like garbage YouTube things like will it blend, will it smoothie, will it fiddle? Can you
Will it fiddle?
Can you start hitting with it? Put some strings on it.
The Brick Bible. Will it fiddle?
Fuck, we got a new segment.
What I was going to say earlier, have you ever done that love languages test?
What? Like, is that like the shit we did in like junior high?
No. It's like you take this test and it asks you like a bunch of questions about like things that you would like. It gives you like A, B, D, C about like things that you would like to do with your significant other.
Did you say
Why did you
ABDC?
say A B D C? What the fuck was that? That threw. What the fuck?
I had a stroke. This.
Bro, you had 2 strokes in like
Holy
30
shit.
seconds.
You were consumed by the spirit of Nate Diaz for a moment. You fucked up the first 4 of the alphabet. Holy shit, Ian. You know them elemental ABD fees? Like the fuck up. I can't get past my elementos.
Oh.
Speaking of that, did you guys know they changed the ABCs so that the LMNO part is fucked now?
Yeah,
They-
it's all
What?
weird.
Like,
It's
it goes really
it's like-
slow.
Like the actual alphabet's like A B C D E F G H I J
Yeah, let's not
K
do that.
L M N O
P.
P. Well, it's like element of P. You say it really fast.
Yeah.
Well, they changed it. They kept like the same rhythm, but they changed it so it's like L M N O P.
No,
Because and you know why they did it is because kids who were coming and immigrating were learning the ABCs and they thought LMNOP was a letter. They didn't separate
That's-
them.
Okay,
Well,
And
that-
also, like, young kids learning it were like, bruh, guys,
You got an email about this?
well, no, not
it's a
an
meme.
I took a screen recording of it and I deleted it, so it's almost in here. I'm just gonna like try and play it, see if like
Wait, get it close to the mic.
yeah.
Let's see how dog shit this is. We can only hope.
Frig. Oh god. I don't know.
Do you
if
just
it-
have a screenshot of a video and you turn up the volume?
bruh.
it's
That's
a-
like that one guy that
it's-
printed the YouTube video.
it's a screen recording. It's just like
Oh,
not,
right.
it's just not like going on right now. I don't know what's happening.
That's
with
not
this.
the mic, that's the,
That's the camera. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
that-
the.
Yeah, you
that's
gotta
the
get
mic.
it in the front. It's directional.
Frig. I'll just turn on my dad. I think that might work.
Oh, I got the password for the Wi-Fi is on the other side of the pillar. Ian and
Oh,
I can talk for a sec if you want to.
Yeah.
Okay. No.
Yeah, we got time.
It's real quick. I'll just fuck off. I'll go do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I go for it.
Anyways, what I was saying before was like,
Yeah, the love language
yeah,
test.
yeah. So
Before we got overexcited about the alphabet.
yeah, A, B, D, C. Fuck. So bad.
It's hilarious.
Anyways, so that like you answer questions about like things that you would like to do with your significant other or things that you would like them to do for you, and then it spits you out like a top 3 out of like 5, and it's like I can't remember what they all are, but I did this test like I was driving.
Oh, I
and
remember
This
it.
chick was like, "Have you done this test before?"
Yo, this chick is this Jordan?
No, this was you don't know her.
Oh, you got it. Okay,
Oh,
we'll take a pause in the love test
I-
to hear the new rendition of the ABCs.
Okay. All right.
Is this American or is this Canadian?
This is. I don't know.
What?
B, C,
Oh, this is just too
D,
long.
E,
Okay, I'll try and skip to the part.
I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R.
Disgusting!
It's trash!
Disgusting!
Like that sucks. I'm just gonna move back. I need a man spread.
You gotta. Bobby said,
There we go.
All right, gamers.
There we go. This is good.
Yeah, so
But
Bobby,
that's
why's
nasty.
your dick out?
Bobby,
Bro, don't
step bro. Yeah, no, you just gotta talk a little louder. But
Yeah, all good.
yeah,
Yeah, so what I was saying
yeah.
before.
What is your love language, Ian?
Yeah, so my...
Dick.
Yeah, yo, straight up, hit me with some dick in chat.
Bamboozler got hard.
Bamboozler's dick was like, boom.
Sunrise over my balls.
Bamboozler says, mmm.
Bamboozler has turned to a microwave.
Anyways, so like my top 3 were words of affirmation, which is like
Yeah, the
compliments.
thing we were talking about earlier.
Yeah,
the
thing we were talking about
good
earlier.
transition.
What was the other one? It was like physical touch. So like cuddling and shit.
Dick suckling.
Dick suckling, I'm all about that. And then what was my last?
It was something, wasn't it
quality time.
Quality time.
Quality time. So me
Oh.
and Spencer spend a lot of quality time.
That's
together.
true.
So our
We're an
relationship is
excellent couple.
strong.
Big sex.
Big sex.
Big sex.
Big sex. Yeah. Can I confess something, Ian?
Oh, for sure.
Is my love for you? No, it's I'll look at the frame for the podcast and I'll like slouch into my seat a little bit and I'll be like, oh, I look shorter than Ian, and then I'll sit back up to be like, alright, we good now.
You know what? That's fair.
Yeah.
Yee Beeb says, "Hey yo, I'm a microwave."
Hey,
Can we get any?
that's pretty cool.
In chat.
Bro, that fucking meme where it's like, why do girls want douchebags who will treat them like shit? And then it's like, why do guys want bitchy bimbos that'll walk all over them? And then, or the one that's like, I'm making fucking mac and cheese and nobody can stop me.
I love memes where you have to put all of your passion into it because it pays off no matter what, because you feel it in your soul.
Oh, I once saw one that was like, it was like Sonic, and he was like leveling up or like whatever the shit he does, and he turns yellow and he's like, I'm making fucking mac and cheese and nobody can stop me.
Bro.
I also saw one that was Goku doing the same thing.
That's very representative. One that the fucking mac and cheese is going.
Yo, you know what we should do? You guys seen those memes where it's like, nice cock, bro. The council rates 7 out of 10. We should become the council and just rate dicks.
Rate dicks?
It would be
the dick
Send
council.
your dick in chat and we will rate it.
If you know like how people do like that dot art for like, they use like punctuation and shit to draw things? Make an exact representation of your own genitalia in chat with punctuation.
And we'll rate
and we'll say if it's dog shit or not.
Yeah.
I'm
Caleb's
expecting
will just be like a period.
it's like just like an 8 and then a D and that's it. Lowercase, of course.
Oh my god. I just remembered it. Right at the beginning, right before I went on that huge rant about Greg Heffley and just kickstarted this whole thing, we were going to talk about Greg Robinson.
Oh, okay, so what I said before was like Greg Robinson,
Good
offensive
job,
tackle
Bobby. You keep this on
for the
track better
Cleveland
than
Browns
we do.
was found 157 pounds
of
of
weed!
marijuana.
That-
Holy
God
fuck.
damn.
That is big smoke.
That's like an Ethan Marler of weed.
Yeah, that's more than an Ethan Marler. That's like 25 pounds more than an Ethan Marler of weed.
They said he could go to jail for like 20 years because he was like trying to smuggle it over the border. Like he was driving and they stopped him in Tijuana. Like they dove in front of his car. No, but like
Bro, there was so much momentum from the sheer quantity of weed.
Like-
Because the keyword is they found 157 pounds of weed. There was a ton and a half of weed in that thing.
like I don't like. Of course, never had weed. I don't know how heavy it is. Like, how much weed do you have to have
You have
to get
to
that
fuck.
much?
It's a lot. Well, because it's a plant. It's like a herb.
Yeah.
It's a loosely
Yeah.
compact thing.
Yeah.
Like
That's
if
a
you think
lot.
about like one of the the blunt that I smoked the other day had like
Bob immediately. Oh.
I think I can't remember. It had either 0.5 or 1 gram of weed.
It was probably most blunts are half a gram.
Yeah, so it was like, and that was like this big. So 157 pounds is a fuck ton. He
It
had
is.
duffel bags on duffel bags of weed.
Couple blunts.
Couple blunts. He don't fuck around.
Yeah,
and
no,
you know what? Frankly, I respect it. That's
Yeah,
pretty
that's
fucking
hard.
sick.
There was also a CFL receiver in the car with him. Do you know Quan Bray?
I've heard the name.
He's in
Sorry,
that
that's a hilarious
That's
name.
like, I don't know, but like I think
Sounds like he plays for Ottawa.
no, I think Montreal.
Oh, that was gonna be our next guess. Okay.
Yeah.
It is me, cornbread.
but shit, he got caught with that weed. He's in jail. Whatever. What you gonna do? FaceTime him from jail.
Watch I gotta do.
But no, like the only reason I heard of him is because Pat McAfee on his show was like talking about how he was like good friends with this guy and how like it made him like super sad. And I was like, yeah, you're sad, but that's 157 pounds of weed.
It's I like the amount of respect that I have gained for this individual is ridiculous.
That's intense. He was planning to party.
Yeah.
And I respect people that think ahead.
like this is what I think because he's had like an interesting career. He came out of college and like out of Auburn and everyone was like, this guy's gonna be the shit. Like he got drafted number 2 overall in 2014 by the Rams, and the Rams were like, this guy's kind of shit. And then they sent him off to the Browns, and he did like okay. And then week 1 of this year, he freaking kicked somebody in the face in a game. And so now everyone's talking about how the Browns need to draft like his replacement. And so my thinking is he just saw that and he was like, well, let's get litty.
He's like, they give me a lot of money and they're gonna fire me soon.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get lit.
Get litty.
Yebeeb sent a link. I'm not.
We
We can't watch that well.
Is there 2 capital Q's in it? Because if there is,
there was not 2 capital Q's.
Okay, what?
I had seen that. What does that
Yeah,
mean?
what does that
Rick
mean?
roll.
like-
Rick roll.
Oh, okay.
Fuck.
That's good shit.
Fuck.
That's good shit.
God, people talk so much shit about the internet, but they figure some shit out.
No,
They're like,
Yeah.
the internet is undefeated. There's like,
it's just a horde that is undefeated.
yeah.
You can't beat it because it's everything. It's internet gold.
Internet
gold.
Do you ever see that shit where it was like the internet didn't give a fuck about nothing? If the world was ending, this was good. This would be the last meme, and it was like the crying Jordan face over the Earth with an asteroid coming towards it.
Yeah, people be waiting for the world to end so they can wait 20 minutes later to post a meme.
Yeah.
That's fuck. Remember there was that shit where like they thought people just assigned a date to when they thought Queen Elizabeth was gonna die.
No,
do you
I don't
remember that?
What?
Yeah, no, it was fucked. It was like September of like 2 years ago or something, and like the Royal Guard were like concerned because they thought it was a cover for like an assassination attempt on the Queen, but it was just this dumb fucking meme where like. There's like the predict the future memes.
I remember this.
Yeah, it's just like the Queen will die on September 18th.
Oh, I
2018.
remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that.
And then everybody
the
was
predict
like,
the future memes were so good.
but then the Crown Guard were just like, fuck. What if she does?
and then one after that was like Mall of America will like blow up on this day. Like,
Yeah, because it's just like these are just like international travesties. You need to adjust it.
Yeah, no, that one that was like, it was like 2017 March Force. The Pacific Ocean will disappear.
like
David Blaine will arrive and the ocean will be gone.
It was like that. It was one of those. It was like a Gibby meme, and it was like, it was like what was it? It was like It was like Gibby coming from behind to like smack somebody in the head, and it was like,
oh yeah, with the
like
stop sign.
Yeah, yes, with the stop sign, and it was like the guy was labeled Pacific Ocean, and the stop sign was labeled just fucking disappear.
But like, I remember for those memes, like you go and you looked at them like a couple days before, and everyone was like, "Ha ha, she gonna die,"
and then it like got to it.
Yeah.
But then people were like, "But like, what if she does?"
like that would be the
they
most
were like
fucked
they were
thing.
like literally everyone who posted one of those memes is getting hauled in.
like if she does go, they're gonna be looking.
I was kind of concerned, so I literally literally out of pure concern, I didn't post any of those memes. I
was like, I ain't reposting this one, Chief.
Yeah.
I ain't down for it.
I was like, what if?
I remember I saw something where Queen Elizabeth, she's been around a long ass time.
She's kind of
She on the
old.
coin.
She's on the coin.
On the coin.
If she's the Queen of England for 2 more years, she will be the longest reigning monarch of any in all of Earth's history ever.
Ooh, that's some top dog shit.
Yeah.
You taking the over or under?
I mean, my money was on September 18th, 2018, so I'm a little off.
Shit, I see.
But I think she can do well because I don't know. Because we said on the last podcast. Because I'm gonna say it again because I think it's hilarious. Her heir is the oldest heir that's ever been heir, or longest heir.
Okay.
The heir to the heir is the oldest heir that's ever been heir to the heir. There's also an heir to an heir to an heir, all alive, all the oldest they've ever been. Because this bitch been a while for her. She's just been around.
She's been around for so long because like she doesn't have to make any decisions. So
Well, she is still the
I
commander in
bet.
chief of our military.
She's a lizard person, and they just inject her with chemicals. That's why
Well,
she's
she
been around
doesn't.
so
She
long.
doesn't actually do anything. She has just representatives
yeah,
that go.
like-
She's just ceremonial. I bet she's whacked out of her mind. She's got like Alzheimer's. Has no idea what's going on.
People have been like that's why people I think that's why people had like the Queen was gonna die thing was because that was around the scandals of her suffering from dementia was coming around too.
Oh.
So like the internet just assigned a date.
but I love. Have you seen that picture? And it's like an old woman coming out over a fence, and it's like SCP.
Was it the Queen?
SCP Queen has breached containment. She's like just hanging on this fence. I was like no.
Did you see the one where it's like it's the same picture, but it's like, please stop praying for my grandma. She's become too powerful.
That's good. I do like the idea that like prayer overdoing it, like
Yeah,
overshoot it.
too much.
Oh, if we can go back actually to what we were talking about earlier with Spinoza's thing of the universe as itself is just God, like that is the body of God. That then means that the body is impartial to its parts. Like, I don't care about my skin cells necessarily. So that would then mean, like, based on that perception, if it's that thing, it wouldn't care about a small thing like a person. So
I wouldn't necessarily think about it in the way that, like, we are, like, God's body, essentially. Like, you're kind of, like, putting it in, like, God has, like, an actual physical form. But I would more think about it like the universe has its shape, and, like, and God is, like, everywhere.
And God got that in a bowl, and he just mixed it.
He's cooking up dope in the crock pot. And just kind of, like, it's like God is, like, everywhere within this. He, like, is it as well as everything that is
in the crock pot.
Yeah, the dope in the crock pot.
What if he pissed in the crock pot?
Fuck.
Are we pissed? You see, that's one thing where, like, I find in the I find religion
so
fascinating. You want to? You need a snack.
Bro,
Ian got distracted. And he's getting a
The
snack.
placement of your phone on the chair when you stood up, it
You
looked
thought
like
he took a shit?
It looked like your phone was just like a dookie
And
that
it
you
also
dropped.
looks like you whipped out some dookie. Oh, is that is that beef jerky?
Jerky.
I straight up thought that was dookie. I'm down. Boys getting snack time. Anybody in chat, feel free to get some snacks. Anybody listen to the podcast at home, go fuck yourself.
If you are going to remain listening, you have to be consuming a snack. If not, we will come to your house right now. Like, we'll split up.
If you do not have a dried meat, we will provide meat for you, being our own.
Right, you can even stick your cock in a smoker. I don't care. Just a dried meat of some kind.
Exactly. A lightly toweled penis is all you get to eat from now on.
We can talk about that. Actually, I don't know.
Lightly toweled penis is what we can talk about. Ian. Thank you. That's great.
You didn't watch it. Did you watch the Wilder Fury fight?
I watched it in church the day after it happened.
What'd you think?
I really enjoyed it.
Sick.
Like, I thought it was, like, really cool.
Who won it, by the way?
Fury.
I called it.
He beat
Yeah.
the shit out of Deontay Wilder
He
for the 7 rounds?
8.
8 rounds. Like, he just knocked his ass all over the place.
Yeah, it was rough. I'm a Deontay Wilder fan. All my fight predictions have been wrong so far.
All of mine have been right. And
Yeah,
I just
you do the opposite of whatever I do.
Yeah, well, no, I have my methods. If they have the coolest name, or they are
Not American?
not American, or they are American
Okay.
but deeply religious tattoos.
Okay.
What about Reach?
I have-
Like Halo Reach?
No, like,
Oh, also Reach. If they
Yeah.
if they have the Reach and they're not American, they're going to win, and that's
Like-
a fact.
Okay. So then I have a proposition for you, because I'm about to tell you two people that both have really cool names, both have really cool nicknames.
Mhm.
So
And then I'll determine which one I think is cooler, and they will win the fight because I've told them to.
Israel, the last stylebender, Adesanya, or
Oh.
Yoel, the soldier of God, Romero.
I'm with Adesanya because I think he looks I think his style is just dope as fuck. I think because this fight I am going to watch and I am interested in, and I have looked into them
I think Butler's gonna host.
Oh,
Oh, you
sick.
looked into them? Oh,
vaguely. Yeah.
okay.
Like we had seen I remember last time you were over, we watched an Adesanya fight.
Oh yeah, versus
Yeah.
Robert Whittaker.
And because then it's again where Israel Adesanya, cool ass last name. The other one, his name kind of sounds like Ryu, anime, weeb, not about it.
I am
And as
about
well-
it. Because...
Oh, you're a fan of the weeb?
Because Noel, the soldier of God, Romero... That's just kind of
Yoel.
Yoel?
It's a
Yoel,
lie.
the soldier of God, Romero.
I thought you said Noel. That's
Nah.
why I was going for him. Because I was going to say, that makes me think of Christmas, the soldier of God, Romero. But never mind, not about it. Yoel, whack name, not about it. Move
Oh.
on, done.
An interesting thing that I heard about. He was on. So Yoel Romero was on the Joe Rogan podcast.
Also, side note, that was some good ass beef
Oh,
jerky.
it is. That's the good brand Costco
Yeah,
stuff.
that's some top tier shit,
Yeah.
homie.
If it's
I
from
appreciate
Costco.
it. Thank you, man.
It's going to be good, because
Yeah.
it's Costco. They sell bulk.
Anyways,
Mhm.
so Yoel Romero was on the Joe Rogan Experience, and he speaks a little bit of English, but it was mostly Spanish. So you had to get a translator, which was Joey Diaz, which was hilarious. Anyways, so Yoel Romero has a silver medal in Olympic freestyle wrestling that he won for Cuba. And the Cuban Olympic Training Center is insane. The more you win in training, you get the best places to sleep. If you won that day, you get 3 meals. If you lost that day, you get 2 meals.
Holy shit.
It's like this intense system.
That's pretty... Well, Cubans don't fuck around.
No, they don't. And like you've seen, I think if you guys look, the latest Man Crush Monday post was Yoel Romero. Look at that absolute animal of a man. He's 43 years old, and he's built like a fucking truck house.
And because I also remember...
Oh, that was that guy.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And
I know who you're talking
I did
about.
see the video of him doing the backflip at that one press conference when they were both vibing. I thought that was a little weird, but I was digging it. I think definitely a powerhouse. Cuban, big advantage. They don't fuck around. I say with that training regimen, and as well, in general, Cuba on a whole, dope as hell. I'm a fan. Well, because like since
Except for that Fidel Castro part, that was rough.
Well, that bit ain't over, homie. I think his brother is president now.
Oh, I just knew that he was dead.
Yeah, I think he's like, alright guys, my brother's in charge now, peace. Because one thing that's pretty dope is that since, it's not arguably dope, since America prevented any exports to Cuba, that means that as soon as they exported them, which was around the 50s, they stopped getting new cars. So they've had the same car since 1950, so they couldn't let them go shitty.
That's
so
cool.
So yeah, like if you like look at pictures of Cuba, it's like the roadways are like an exact picture of 1950 because they haven't had new cars because they couldn't.
That's dope.
Like the Americans are like, we make most of the cars, you can't have them, and I'm pretty sure they blocked the Asian markets as well, so they couldn't get like Nissan and shit like that.
My bad.
Ian,
The
there was like 4 things that went off.
Dang.
But did Jane text you?
No, Butler did.
Butler did. Is Butler?
Butler is going to host on the 7th.
Butler, if you're watching, you better make an account and follow right now so you
Yeah.
can chat. Because that's important to us. Because we love...
Oh, fuck.
I don't know if you... Oh, you can't really see it.
sorry.
I can see the recording of the audio.
Yeah, no,
That
okay.
went fucking
You can
off.
see the delay
Oh, for
and
real?
how long Bobby built that up.
Bro, I went.
I was worried you were going to do it again. I emotionally prepared myself for another B.
You guys just started.
Fuck. I'm not expecting that.
Yeah, that was rough. Actually, let's go back to the alphabet thing. I think that teaching the alphabet slower so that way, like, immigrant children...
It encourages the Nate Diaz mindset.
Not
Boom.
what?
Slow.
Slow. Well, that is funny. That just took me a second. But I think that is good because like I've had a few friends, like a close friend of mine came here when she was like 3, and she had only spoken Arabic, so she doesn't even know what the English alphabet is coming here. So a little more time, and with that is fine. And I think realistically, our kids are pretty dumb too. So if they could, they could use an extra. So you at least can use an extra second or 2 on the letters.
It was like it wasn't just them. It was also our kids. It was like, bro, what does LMNOP look like? It's like, no, that's a bunch of separate letters.
The kids be like, what's an element of...
And the only reason that I know that is because I heard that. And
I was gonna say, did your youngest brother do that?
No, I heard that. I heard like the new alphabet song, and I was like, "That's pretty gay." And then my brother-in-law was also like, "That's pretty gay." And then my sister, who's married to him, was like, "Well, this is actually why." And I was like, "That makes sense, but it's still pretty gay."
Got that Nate Diaz slow. Yeah, no. You good?
No, I just.
Did you shit?
A little bit, but no, it was just in my throat. I had to get it up.
It's all good. This podcast is notorious for.
Hey, bro.
Oh, is that your laptop or is that the stream?
Oh god.
Well, that's why we recorded as well. So if the stream goes to shit, then we still
Oh, so like this, like they still hear this through the mic. They just can't see us.
Oh no, like the people watching the stream are like done. Oh no, we're good. It was just your laptop. Momentary word.
Whoa.
Well, my phone is also a dashboard, and it says we're still going.
Okay.
So
Put in the chat if you can hear us or not. If we're still good.
let us know if Yeah, nah, stream disconnected.
Oh shit.
This is a good opportunity for me to get some water.
Yeah, nah.
I see.
I'm gonna.
Oh,
I think
That's me. That's me.
That's what?
Nothing. It came back up, and I was like bent over looking at the screen. It's like,
we're back.
Yeah, nah. It was just
Yeah,
a
we were
bump
back.
in the road.
I see.
Deleted all viewers.
oh, bro, all of them. Damn.
Nah, it's alright. We good. It's. Well, that's just how she rolls.
Really, it do be.
Well, because even when it kicks on, like it doesn't show viewers for a few minutes.
I see. I see.
Yeah, nah, no, oh no, whatever.
Since the vibe of the conversation got interrupted, I would like to go back to a topic we were discussing earlier, but sort of like a branching off.
Yeah.
So when we were discussing Aaron Hernandez and Ted Bundy, have you guys heard of the Chris Benoit murders?
I have not, but he sounds French, so I don't trust him.
Well, he is French, but the thing is, like,
Fuck.
but he was from Edmonton. What's your guys' opinion on like professional wrestling, like WWE?
Comedic. I think it's people talk a lot of shit about it, but it doesn't deserve all the shit it gets.
Yeah, I'm a big wrestling fan, so like I've lived I've lived my life, and people are like fake, and I'm just
It's
like,
like-
okay, bye.
So are movies.
Yeah, honestly, that's what I always
Yeah.
say. But no, like, so basically, he was a wrestler. He was from Edmonton, and back in 2007, like, he was supposed to. It was weird. Like, there's some conspiracy theories about it and all that. I'm gonna try and get into that.
Yeah.
So he was supposed to be on this show. Like WWE does monthly pay-per-views, like
Another jerk.
like on a
Oh, yeah, for
Sunday.
Hell yeah.
And so he was supposed to be there to defend like one of his championships on the Sunday in a
Another
match.
jerk.
Yeah.
And he just didn't show up. Thank you. And like everyone was thinking it was weird. And turns out in that weekend that he dipped, he killed his wife and son and then himself.
Oh
And-
my gosh.
It is weird because like everyone's saying it was a murder suicide, but like there's conspiracy theories about it. So there was like another wrestler back in like the 90s who was dating Chris Benoit's wife. His name was Kevin Sullivan, and like basically she left him for Chris Benoit. So
Alright.
people are like, Kevin Sullivan did it, and but like it's like it makes somewhat sense, but at the same time like it's interesting because he also had CTE at the time of it because like
Oh,
like
yeah.
getting freaking chairs in your head
Yeah.
like
Because like they say that it's fake, but people like they take like it's scripted, but they take the fucking hits that they take.
I dropped the beef, bro.
Oh fuck, we got beef on the floor.
But no, like, and there's something also really weird about it that people think like it wasn't because of that. The Wikipedia page. So his wife's name was Nancy. Her Wikipedia page said that she had died 14 hours before the murders were discovered,
Oh.
Oh wow.
and like that was super weird. Like people were saying like okay, so he basically hung himself like on basically like one of his like weight machines, and people were saying like the way
That's how
he-
Ian wants to go. Sorry.
people were saying like the way he did that was like it was weird because he was definitely not in a right state of mind, because when he did that, the way he did it, they said like how you rigged it up and hung yourself like that, it would have taken like near superhuman strength to be able to do that on your own. So like I don't know what that's about. Like I just find it's something that I've always found really interesting. Like I don't know why, but the fact that he's from Edmonton, I find that like that
Yeah.
adds to it a lot more.
Yeah, no, that like the fact that it's like a somewhat local story makes
Uh-huh.
it more impactful.
It happened in like Atlanta, but he's from Edmonton.
Yeah.
But like like they also like so they completely scrubbed him from wrestling history. Like they have never mentioned his name on TV since. Like he's basically dead to the company. But like the night after, before they knew what was going on, literally they just knew he was dead. And so the whole next night of wrestling was pretty much just a tribute episode to him. And then they found out that he fucking killed his family, so they have completely wiped him from the history books. Like that. Like, that's just something that I've always found super interesting, like, that whole situation and, like, what went down.
Back to something a bit more recent. Jeffrey Epstein, it's a well-known fact that his neck was broken. Like, somebody snapped his neck. Like, you don't break your neck by hanging yourself. It's not possible.
No, you do.
No.
That's how people. that
Or,
were,
I
like,
can't remember if he said it was either snapped in a way that the rope didn't
Yeah.
break it, or it,
like if it was a break by like torsion, like twisting, then that wouldn't be possible.
Yeah.
But like like how hanging your neck works is that if you're like ideally you fall, snap your neck, you're dead. But if that doesn't work, then you choke.
No, that couldn't have happened because the story was that he hung himself in his room, and where are you gonna drop from?
Like they said,
That's
he
a
did it
good
off
point.
of his like 4-foot bunk bed.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, that tracks then.
yeah.
And like autopsies were like, yeah, this is like homicide.
Jane Porter says ideally in quotes.
That's
I
fair.
think you mean ideally in terms of a quick death.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, because, like, you don't want a person to suffer. Actually, I think, I don't know if I've said this story on the podcast. You know the phrase hung by the neck until dead?
Nah.
Not really. That's not really a common phrase.
Well, not, like, well, when they were hanging people, it was.
Yeah.
Because the sentence, like, you know, like hung by the neck until dead.
yeah, sure.
Like that
Yeah.
phrase. It was, the reason they had to add that was because there was the presumption that the neck would be snapped and they'd be fine. But there was one case where there was a woman being hung, I forget what for, but they had her in the noose, she dropped, and the sentencing was just to be hung. She was hung, her neck was not broken, she survived, she had carried her sentence, she survived and left. Because
Yeah.
they just were like, well, we tried, and they hopped her back out. Because it wasn't to kill her, it was to hang her. And she was
Yeah.
hanging, and she was going, and they just like, shit, and they popped her up, and then she was good to go.
It was like that scene. I think it was like the Ridiculous Six.
Yeah.
He's like, I got a strong neck, and he's just swinging.
No, that was. I remember that film. That was really good.
I've never actually seen that. I've only just seen that scene.
I have seen the movie. It was quite good. Well, it was an Adam Sandler movie, so if you like those, then
I actually feel like I'm one of the only people who like Adam Sandler's one of my favorite actors. I love Adam Sandler.
yeah. Well, because like some of his recent stuff has kind of been phoned in.
Have you guys seen Uncut Gems?
I have
I
not.
have, and
I've
I
heard
wanted
it's
to.
really good.
I-
Did you hear the threat that he made? He was
I
like,
had heard about
if Uncut Gems doesn't win an Oscar,
He's like, I'm gonna make
make a shit
shitty
movie. I'm gonna, I think his exact reason was, I'm gonna come back and make a shit movie on purpose.
I'd be curious what it would be.
Like people were saying like people heard that and they were like, he's so entitled. It's like he said that on a podcast as a joke. Like fuck off.
But also, well, I think part of that was meant to be like a self-referencing joke of like he's made some dog shit movies.
Bro, Jack and Jill.
No, that was
No.
peak cinema.
Bro.
Yo, if Jack and Jill don't win an Oscar, I'm gonna actually start making some bad movies.
Bro, Jack and Jill just like cornered Citizen Kane and just like beat the shit out of it.
There's no comparison. It's just there was Jack and Jill, and there's everything less than that
Like-
because we'll never get that good again.
Like Adam Sandler played a man and a woman.
That's-
What range? Like
frankly, that is just the poster of modern progressivism.
yes, 100%.
Ooh, you know what movie this is good Randerson. You know what movie I saw recently?
What'd you see?
Jojo Rabbit.
So
good.
Do not spoil. I want to see this so bad. I've been following this film for a while. I have not had time to see it. I love the director for it. I thought it was an amazing
I
concept.
really like that. I really.
Isn't that
Fuck.
a kid?
My-
How,
tries-
did you
Ringer's
turn
on.
it back on?
No, my ringer was on my phone.
Isn't that movie where a kid tries to befriend Hitler?
No, his imaginary friend is Hitler.
Yeah, it's insane. I didn't know that going into it.
Yeah.
But I won't spoil anything. But I don't know, like, my thought was going into it's a comedy. Such a good story, too.
Mhm.
Like, it's funny, but also has an amazing story.
Oh yeah.
8.4 out of 10.
8.4. Why so specific?
Because that's how we be.
Because that's just how it is. It got 84%. Just how it is.
84%. I see.
Very good movie.
Icy. Ian only keeps it icy.
I'm icy.
But like
clean.
good movies, like going back to Uncut Gems, like it's so good. like I watched.
What's
one
the
of my-
what's the vague storyline of it without giving it away?
Okay, so Adam Sandler is a jewelry store owner who
fair.
cannot stop gambling. He will bet on
Oh.
anything at all.
Like Kevin
And-
Malone.
and he is and he's in deep with some loan sharks, and basically he's trying to sell this. He's trying to like sell a rare jewel to Kevin Garnett, basically like to pay off his debt, and it's basically just like really tense movie about like will he pay off his debt and like will the loan sharks kick him in the booty.
Okay. That's a
It-
neat concept.
It's really good.
This sounds very similar to his film Cobbler. Have you seen Cobbler?
No,
It's So in this film,
Doesn't he make shoes in that movie?
yeah, he's a cobbler. Cobblers make shoes.
Yeah.
So the whole premise, yeah,
That's what the technical term is.
When you think cobbler, I think grandmothers.
When you said cobbler, I was thinking of corn.
come here, corn cobbler. Can you not crinkle a bag very loudly directly in front of the microphone, Ian?
Put the bag.
Holy fuck! Jesus,
Put the
that is
bag.
an ABDC moment right there. He just like, I just got some pretzels real quick, guys. I'm just gonna like. Right in front of the mic. Holy shit.
Put the bag over the mic.
Like, we don't need audio anymore. You're just gonna crash your fucking bag. This is also a podcast, Ian. The audio is one of the key parts of this.
Bro, you just like
Jesus!
he just consumed and is eating, dog.
I'm so hungry.
Bro! I think we'll end it soon because Ian might eat the fucking mic next. So the plotline to Cobbler is that he makes shoes, but he finds this magical shoe sewer maker.
Mm-hmm.
But he makes it so when he repairs somebody's shoes, if he puts their shoe on, after repairing it, he becomes that person. And he looks like
That's
them
tight.
for as long as he's wearing the shoes.
So shoe Kirby.
Yes! Holy fuck! So yeah, so same film, basically?
Okay. It was funny because I watched that movie with my dad because like I saw trailers for it and I was really hyped for it. Cobbler is what I'm talking. No,
Yeah.
but
I'll only watch Remote.
Yeah.
Only film I'll ever watch.
no, like I watched it with my dad and my dad's a big action movie guy and like Uncut Gems is a really like tense movie,
Yeah.
but there's not a whole lot of action involved. Like there's not like explosions.
It's
or anything.
it's a drama. Like
Yeah.
it's a
And like the ending, like I'm just gonna tell you like how it made me feel. Like it is one of those endings where it's like you gotta figure out like what it is for yourself. It's not like basically like laid out there for you.
Yeah.
It's like one of those like sort of artsy ones where like most like it was really good. Like
yeah.
I was
It's
there.
kind of like you have to use what you were given from the film
like,
to
I was-
actually understand.
like
the
I was in my seat like holy shit, like what just happened. But like no, my dad like some shit was going on. I was like, oh my god, and he turned to me and he'd be like, "It's not many explosions as I would have liked."
Yeah, just like I don't get the surprise. There was not a big boom.
Favorite movie?
Favorite movie? Probably a film called Snowpiercer. I've probably talked about it before. It is actually it's directed by the same guy that directed Parasite, I think.
Oh god.
It has I'm so sorry. Who played Captain America again in the MCU? Chris Hemsworth?
Chris Evans.
Evans. I get the Chris's confused. Chris Evans is the main character. The plot line is that there is this train that's a luxury train that goes on a circuit around the entire globe. The Earth
Damn.
is frozen over
Damn.
in an apocalypse in an effort to counter climate change.
Nice.
There was like this chemical released into the air to lower the temperature, froze the whole bitch over. But this train was able to survive it because it was designed to be able to go through the Arctic for a month or so. So, because the whole point is the train goes around the world every year, is the full circuit. So only the people alive are on this train. But the thing is as well is that there are people that had tickets, and they're the first class. Like, they paid for the good tickets, they got the seats at the front of the train. But then there's people that the train was leaving, and they just, like, scurried on like rats, and they are at the back of the train. So it's an entire class division along this train in an apocalypse, and it's basically just talking about, it's basically a film about a class struggle and an attempt at revolution. Like, that's pretty early on in the film. Like, on a train in the post-apocalypse. It's a fascinating concept.
So the poor people are the good people.
I know you have a lot of problem with that, but because there's not money anymore. It's just where you are on the train.
But what if
So
you,
the poor people are the protagonists.
what if you just like walk to the front of the train?
There were like armed guards and stuff. Like, because the idea
Damn,
was
they're kind of dicks.
yeah. Like, I'm not gonna give away the film because it is an exceptional film.
Poor people protagonists.
He's really having a real discount.
We need to move on.
Aren't the good guys the ones with enough money to buy the right way to do things?
Buy?
Isn't Jeff Bezos the only protagonist?
Exactly.
What?
Jeff Bezos is the protagonist of Earth.
Let me just say a word and see what type of reaction that you exhibit. Socialism.
Yuck.
I was expecting you to like throw something.
I was expecting him to fully vomit. A visceral reaction.
Just straight up like punch out the laptop and just end the stream.
Janier Film says film equals manuscript. For trains? What the fuck you mean?
Man, you
Anyways,
script.
Bobby, what is your favorite movie?
Okay, it's either Uncut Gems, like, or this is also I can't decide because this one
Cobbler?
I love more. it is like an older Adam Sandler movie that some people describe as shit. The Longest Yard.
I like that one.
I like
that's
that
the
one.
football
Like,
one in prison?
Yeah, because
Yeah, that one's funny.
Because it's got Adam Sandler, like he's one of my favorite actors. He's got a bunch of football players and wrestlers, which I love both of those things, and Joey Diaz.
Oh yes.
My favorite, like the scene that describes my life is when they're doing like running around the yard, and he's laying there on the ground. He's like, "You assholes better not cut me!" And his gut is like up to the clouds, and he's like just heaving, and he's like, "Somebody get me a Diet Coke." I'm just like, that's me.
You're like, I want the Diet Coke.
Yeah.
But the real question is the Diet Coke God?
Fuck.
Bro, I gotta.
Bro, you gotta stop smacking your cheeks. We're gonna get a terms of service violation. There's too much sex.
Hey.
Oh no. Please nobody report.
They're
What was
gonna.
I gonna
What is your favorite film, Ian? Bobby went in for the kiss and got
Bobby,
denied.
I was just gonna say, Bobby, you trying to kiss?
Maybe. What's up?
What's up?
Hey, bro.
We're gonna need to end this soon. There's too much sexual tension.
cut it with a
You
knife.
know, I eat hot chip.
I'm gonna say my guess is Captain America: Winter Soldier.
So wait, he was gonna.
Incorrect, actually.
Actually, here's what I'm gonna say. You said eat hot chip, but after that goes eat hot chip and lie. So how do we?
So
know
I'm
that-
right.
So how do we know the movie that you're about to tell us is actually your favorite movie?
If it is bisexual.
Eat hot
Yes.
chips. Lie.
What is-
Charge day phone. McDonald's. Be bisexual. No, my favorite movies.
I was wondering how long you're gonna go for that one.
Those are the only ones I can remember.
I think that's all of them.
Oh.
CTE has been cured.
I would have to say The Dark Knight.
That was my second one.
Yeah.
Either top-notch Marvel for you or top-notch DC.
Very, very good.
Dark Knight is a great film.
Yeah. Big fan of Heath Ledger's Joker.
Oh, you okay?
Ian relates to the character very
Yes.
strongly.
You guys said Marvel, and it reminded me of a discussion that you guys had a few episodes back.
A real fan. Look at you,
Yeah.
sir.
When you guys talked about how you guys didn't like Endgame that much.
I think that was more so just me. Because
Yeah.
I remember you saying that you
I-
liked it.
I thought that I thought I had some problems. It did make me cry more than once. Like, for sure. For sure. It's like, it's again, the entire series is a behemoth. It's an exceptional film. Just as far as the films go, it's like, my stance is I would have liked to have felt the repercussions of it a little more than the cop-out of time travel. Ian just says time travel bad, hoes mad.
Hey.
well, okay. Like, I just have to say, the scene when everyone came out of the portals, I watched that shit before football games to get me hyped. Like, that shit, like, in the theater, I was almost, like, I was just
I
like...
will say that's a very, like, well done scene.
It's hype as fuck.
That is the
like-
best part of the movie is that end battle.
Yeah, but no, like, I just wanted to get that off my chest. But the ending, like...
You guys podcast is shit. Anyway.
No, but, so you guys wanted to feel, like, the repercussions. So, like, you guys didn't like the ending where they came back and basically, like, vanquished Thanos.
I forget what I had thought of. I knew that I had a solution, kind of, but I forget what I had said.
Like, I can't remember word for word, but all I remember is I was downstairs playing Madden. I was listening to this in my basement as I was doing it, and you guys start going on this rant. I had to pause the game. I was like, wait a minute.
Wait.
One man has to pause Madden.
I was just thinking,
you know,
like,
shit is real.
I was just thinking, like I get, like, time travel sort of a cop-out, but I was thinking, like, how else could they have done it?
Oh, I think we might have gone over this. I guess, if I was to write the movie, which would be a disaster, Don't let that happen. Actually, you know what? Let's do it. No, my thing
Ian
is
punches
like...
out Thanos.
It's just like a hard cut, just really shittily green screen edited like a picture that was on a printer.
Just like,
not color though, just a black and white printout of Thanos. You just punching through it and saying, "Take that, Thanos." Hard cut to credits.
No, I guess looking at it now, my way to go would be excuse me.
That's great.
You saying socialism finally just hit.
My would be that Thanos doesn't destroy the Infinity Stones.
Hmm.
He did the same thing as kind of the last people did. It's like they scattered them again,
okay.
This person, because like people are gonna, like you said in the last one, people are gonna like
Do it
overpopulate again. So the person that comes along next that will like fill his shoes has to go and find these stones again.
Yeah, like my thought for a good plot line would have been, instead of getting rid of the stones, he found like a guardian of balance or something, somebody that had the same will as himself. I suppose the fault with that is that his character arc was that he believed he was the only one capable.
At that time.
At that time. So I think it could have been in the 5 years that was happening. In that 5 years, he was like, "Gang, I need to find another guy because I've already done this once. If I do this several times, I'm gonna die. I need an heir at some point to these stones."
I think
so. Then it was the story of them getting the stones from an heir or from Thanos before he finds an heir, and then bringing people back through that means.
Yeah, I would say kind of less so. I don't think he would necessarily find an heir because I think it would take an awful long time to them to get back to the same point. I think because Thanos was believed that like the universe will correct itself and I am the correction. It's like, I'm gonna die, and then when the time comes again, someone like me with the same will be the correction.
Also, could he not snap to make another himself?
He could.
Yeah.
Big brain play.
Yeah, I don't get, like, because realistically, after you use the stones, you get weaker because they fucking kill you for a fair bit. So, like, use stones, snap again to make another you. That one dies because you use the stones so much. The other one picks it up, and then you got a fresh you to go off with dong out. Do you remember all the fucking memes about Thanos being naked? The amount of times I'd just be talking with somebody and they just send me a picture of Thanos' dick. Fuck. It happened a lot.
In my opinion, underrated meme, Thanos car. I absolutely love the Thanos car meme. Thanos car, such a good meme. Bamboozler is literally punching the wall right now. But Thanos car, such a good meme.
Do you have something against Thanos car? Because if you do, bro, I might just have to hit you with Thanos car.
Well,
it's like
you know
Thanos Crocs.
We do have a plug in the Twitch. It's a little thing that's below the screen where they can click and it's a suggestion box. I think we only have yours saying that Ian needs to show his ass more. But
was that you?
No, it's anonymous. It's somebody put an anonymous message saying Ian needs to show that ass more.
Yeah, who was that?
That was like 20 minutes into our first podcast.
That was not me actually, because I've actually the only one.
Bamboozler says I am so tilted.
Bamboozler says that was me.
Yeah.
Okay, because the only one that I've ever watched live is the one where like I came in chat. All the other ones I've watched on YouTube after.
We got a YouTube.
Wow, yeah.
Wow. Here I am thinking that audience.
I'm like your guys one like.
I'm like, there is usually at least one like on everyone, and now we know it's Bobby. Glorious. I think we should probably wrap it up because we're all getting tired. I slept for
I'm very
5
hungry.
hours. I could use a nap.
Nap.
Napa
Auto Parts, the sponsor of this podcast.
Excellent segue.
Let's just wrap it up. Thanks everybody for watching.
Thank you to Raid Shadow Legends
for sponsoring. Shout out Bob. You want to shout out your Instagram for anybody that wants to follow?
I forget what the underscore
is. I'm pretty sure it's Bobby_2Chains.
Yeah,
I'm a big fan of the content.
Hey, I think that's facts. Yeah, I'm Bobby_2 chains.
And then your profile picture is Ric Flair?
Yeah, Ric Flair. He's going.
Nice.
He's wooing like actual god.
Wooing.
Thank you guys.
He god.
Thank you guys very much for having me. This is a lot of fun. I really like the podcast being on here.
We'll have you on again.
Yeah, no, certainly. You crushed this, man. We're more than happy to have you on anytime you want.
That'd be super sick. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, it was good. This is good. again, be sure to check us out as well. We got our YouTube and Instagram all here at the
Gang.
top. If you haven't checked it out already, missed any bits,
Gang shit.
the bit that cut out was still recorded. I have a second recording software program, so missed it. You're deeply curious.
The YouTube.
Yeah, give us an hour of watch time. The whole thing, please.
Please.
Anyway,
Just keep it on a loop on your computer, even when you're not at home.
Just go over the game tape, just check out all the everything. Like,
Exactly.
know it,
Actually,
know it from back
that
then.
actually wouldn't be a bad play. It's like when I'm like out of the house, just
Yeah.
have videos on replay, like 5 tabs open.
You know,
We're not. We would never do that to fake revenue, but also
we would.
we will. Anyway,
Anyways, to close it out, eat hot chip, lie,
be bisexual and be Thanos car.
charge a
McDonald.
phone, McDonald's, Bobby 2 Chains.
Follow them
Yeah.
Goodbye.
in
Bye.
person.
Yeah, bro.
Anyway, that's all for now, everybody.
Eat hot chip, lie, be bisexual.
Charge their phone.
Good night.